Here we go. All of my buttons freeze all the time. We're live. Hello. Welcome back to the No Fame podcast. The Vast!
Howdy, howdy, all.
Too much delay.
Oh my god.
Too much
We know bangers.
We know bangers, and that was too much delay.
I don't think it was enough delay.
Fucking crank it.
Yeah, dude.
We're back with our last session of this little intro arc that we did, which has been super, super fun. A little bit, a learning curve for me because it's a new system, but the fallback is it's so close to D&D that it didn't feel too much of a stretch when I'd forget all the rules. With me as always, you know what I'm just realizing is that I don't want to do my horoscope. With me as always for the Vast, I've got all my lovely friends here. If in no particular order, if you want to say who you are, who you're playing, and I guess horoscope, Doxy.
Oh shit! Don't do me first.
I didn't.
Don't pick JoJo.
I need to.
Everyone's desperately like.
Josiah wants to claw his way out of here.
It me, Doxy. I am a Scorpio, and you know what it takes to get the job done today, as the moon in your resourceful second house forms an auspicious trine to clever Mercury in your determined 10th house. Spend a little time plotting the best path to achieving a goal you have in your crosshairs. Once you've factored in the budget, the schedule, and the personnel that you're working with, you'll feel even more certain of hitting your desired target. Armed with an airtight game plan, you're cleared for takeoff.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
Also, I'm a disgusting human being.
No.
I'm very scared of finales.
Untrue.
I am, and it's okay. It's part of who I am. It's okay.
Okay, well,
it's okay.
As long as it's not degrading a dear friend, then that's fine.
Self-degradation is like my whole brain.
I realize that, but I try my best to counteract, avoid, not offend. Speaking of counteracting and avoid, Katie, what about you?
Yo, I am Captain Counteract. That's me. I'm here. I do want to mention that I know, so I did have a really important piece of me affirmed this past week when I discovered that I am actually a really cool person.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this because I did get a 10-year-old to make me a jelly bracelet.
Whoa.
So
nice.
I do actually think it's rainbow.
Hell yeah. Gay.
Beautiful.
I'm a fucking faggot, so Captain Counteract.
Gay's in.
Anyway,
Gay's
that's
now.
Yeah, gay is now, and that is what I also told my mom. Anyway, here's my horoscope. Oh, this is good. You may be feeling a bit reserved today. Aquarius,
Incredible.
especially when it comes to issues involving love and romance. And you guys can tell that this is true because I did come out of the gate hot. Follow your instincts and know that your hesitation isn't unfounded. Sometimes it's good to slow down and question the road you're on. Just don't doubt yourself to the point that you become too frustrated that you can't take the next big step forward. And I guess my only feedback to that is that it didn't talk about houses like Doxy's did,
yeah.
and now I am worried about.
I've been going with L because power to the pussy.
Oh. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. I'm into that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm reclaiming society's femininity. Every day I get pushed further away from feminism and closer to female supremacy. And I believe that we should all live under matriarchal structures. So woman everything.
We have to go take a break, guys.
There's-
I gotta go sit in the hot tub.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be a joke there about some other female structures, not instructors.
Yeah. I'll sit right under your female structure. Sorry. And who else is on the call? I don't
who
see
else
it.
is? It's Josiah.
It's there.
Are we live?
Hi, babe.
Yeah, we're live. We're live on the
Oh
internet.
shit.
Yeah.
What is my horoscope? What even am I? I'm a Capricorn.
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 A Capricorn.
A Capricorn. It's like a Capri Sun, but it's filled with
Corn. Curse.
Mine says, your incredible passion and creativity are taking center stage, Capricorn. It's also quite possible that there's a great restlessness within you, egging you on to take things to the next level. Combine your powers of dedication with your flair for the dramatic to accomplish whatever it is your heart desires. You have the power within you to shine, especially bright on a day like today. Discover what the stars have in store for you. With Kasamba's Psychic Advisors, get 70% off, plus 3 free minutes. That's not part of the horoscope. That's a link to a scam website.
70%.
So yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. These are all, but these have been pretty good.
70% off, I mean.
Set the mood for a final session. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I was really expecting to open and just be like, "Hey, Capricorn, you're fucked. Don't do anything important today.
Stay away from water and fire. And
Don't roll dice. Whatever
Do you
you
breathe?
Um,
Don't.
Did you guys just as like a little nugget of nostalgia, just to indulge for a second? Did you guys do much like Weird Al Yankovic in your like early developmental time period when you were like discovering yourself?
I think I was like early teens, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So I recently found him again, and he does have a horoscope for today song, and it turns out, know every word to it. It just like I turned it on my phone, and I just like Manchurian Candidate activated, knew all the lyrics immediately.
incredible.
You're fucking
It
locked
was-
in.
Truly, just like a piece of just like, oh my god, I used to listen to this song. Who was I? Where did I come from?
That's what I feel like every time I watch a movie that I forget that I've watched already, and just every scene is familiar. I'm like, did I sleepwalk into a movie? And like, what's happening? Like, how do I know that this happened, but like not know what's coming? Why can't I give a synopsis of this, but every scene that plays, I'm like, oh yeah, and then this is gonna happen now. Like, yeah, it happens
I know
to
exactly
me so
what-
often.
Or you're just
I know
like,
exactly what you're talking about. It does make me feel like I have ascended onto a different plane of existence, and I am now just in a biblically accurate angel. Like, where are my eyes? Where are my wings?
Yeah.
That's what I deserve at this moment in time.
Yeah. Why are there 18 wings also? Speaking of 18 wings, hey, it's me. I'm here too. My name is Justin, and I am the space game master. Too much. I'm
Just
Taurus, and this is where we're at for Taurus. Is your spirit is upbeat, freedom loving, and adventurous, Taurus. I have been trying to plan a trip lately, so today, however, you might find that it's a bit more intense and possibly somber, especially when it comes to romantic issues. This approach to matters of the heart isn't exactly your normal style, but you're apt to find it's appropriate for your situation now. Make sure you have the right tools for the job at hand. Great. I think every time I click like a spicy one, and I don't mean to. It just happens.
Justin, I do feel like that was essentially just the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yeah, that's essentially it. And, you know, I don't know that that's not me, but I just am stuck in a perpetual state of work, and I feel like I need to move away from work because that's all I think about is just like work stuff. I think that's where the adventures thing was coming in. We won't dwell on that too long. Hey,
Get off your grind set, my dude.
It's a new job, right? Friends, well, how about we move away from planet Earth and to a whole other universe, I would say, in a universe far, far away, a long time ago. The last session we had was a good few weeks ago, for sure. So just as a little reminder of what all went down is we delved into a memory from our boy Simion's... sorry, I just looked at the name tag on our call and it just says gamer.
Yeah, Josiah's is gamer. Mine is Rat Jesus, for the record.
And me and Doxy chose appropriate, informative titles.
And you guys can actually just go fuck yourself. I don't care.
I only choose booger when we're not live.
That title doesn't go. It's just for us. But I like to, I don't know, have the information out there.
Oh, so do I. I just wanted you to know that I'm a gamer.
Yeah. You identify as a gamer. Your first name is Gamer. Your character is Gamer. Yeah.
Correct. My last name is also Gamer.
as we delved into
Sleep Gamer, Pete.
our pro gamer character, Simion, we delved into a memory from Simion's past where him and his old partner, Barley Graham, were hunting down the Slime King, a notorious pirate who was living below the decks of Absalom Station. And the Knights of Galarion put a bounty out, and they were like, we want someone to deal with this that isn't us. But within this memory, deep within the sewers of Absalom Station, you encountered something that wasn't a part of the memory, something that was new and very real. You were attacked by a figure who later identified themselves as one of Barley Graham's living children. Nolora found herself in a sticky situation as the Slime King turned into a giant ooze and engulfed her in the hallway. It's a bad time.
What are you gonna do?
Barley Graham, along with Mary Reed, the captain of the Pirates of the Sersha II, and Skrank all focused their efforts towards the Slime King, where Skrank made the clutch move of casting Life Bubble on Nolora so she could breathe and move, which honestly, yes, was clutch. That was gonna be pretty nasty. Nasty stuff was on the way. The battle continued with Simion taking at least one brutal blow, but then dealing that back doubly so with some natural 20s to take out this mysterious assailant underneath Absalom Station. The sewer faded and vines started growing out of the bricks and grates of the sewer, and you all found yourselves surrounded by what looked like a jungle landscape, reminiscent of the jungles of Castroval, where the ruins of the first ones were, which were explored by Nolora, Simion, and Barley. Nolora heard a familiar squeaky, kind of cutesy voice calling out across the ruins, and overwhelmed by painful memories, collapsed onto the floor as your datapad was just kind of ringing out into the atmosphere. Well, into the interior of Dream Station, I guess. A voice memo was left, and that's where we pick up deep within your own memories on a station of dreams. A warm breeze blows through the trees and the leaves as the plant life kind of moves in motion, moves in unison. Skrank and Simion are standing near Nolora, who like I said, finds herself on the ground in tears over the heartbreaking memory of her dear friend Rave, who was lost on Castroval as you all fled for your lives from some kind of horrific portal virus that was coming through in the ruins. Mary Reed, the space goblin captain of the Pirates of Sersha, sort of awkwardly is taking a perimeter, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. She kind of walks a half circle and kneels down to the figure laying on the ground, the youngest of the Graham family. Mary looks up at Simion. I don't think they're dead, but they're certainly out for now. Pretty bad wounds. And her voice kind of trails off as she inspects the figure. Skrank and Simion, you notice that the wind stops. The trees stop swaying. The plants around you seem to freeze in place as everything slightly fades. Not completely, but just kind of mostly. You can see the steel baron of you can see the bare steel of the spaceship through the semi-translucent dream mirage that you find yourselves in. And a large hollow screen pops up into view, just kind of hovering in the middle of nowhere. And it reads, Aspis Consortium Contract ID found. 7283-CL. Nolora Nomae. Contractor status. Pending. You seem to be experiencing grief with the current experience within Dream Station. Administrative editing and reshaper controls require Aspis Consortium confirmation. Contacting administration now. Please hold. And then it kind of does like a little loading screen, like when you boot up a computer, it's doing the little circle.
You did?
I think that she would just like between sobs say, no, wait.
Yeah, you're just on the ground yelling at the screen.
Yeah. Does it respond?
It does not respond.
Does it look like there's any way that I can like interact with it, like buttons or anything?
It gave you a gave you a notification that you didn't have administrative controls, whatever that may.
I'd like to hack that, please.
Yeah, let's do a. I believe computer check feels the most appropriate, right?
Yeah.
It's usually how that goes. Whoa! Hell yeah! Friggin' 22. Incredible. You haul out your data pad that you have and start just going to town, hacking into the system, the hollow device that's kind of floating in front of you. You can see that it's what's Nolora's intention, I should ask, with this attempt?
To gain administrative power.
Got it. You dial into the signal that's being sent off, and you kind of catch it and divert the access approval to yourself, and then just approve it yourself, as you now on your data pad see it's an odd visual, as it doesn't represent what you are seeing, but you see Dream Station. You previously had a map, like a 3D hologram of Dream Station,
yeah.
But this one seems more refined, closer. Everything seems smaller, closer together, not like the extravagant kind of detail of the previous one. And you also see that you have all sorts of administrator access with this.
What new powers have I gained?
Well, you can more or less navigate the station freely, and with the 22 and with hacking in and admin rights, I'll say that what you're seeing, which is probably obvious, isn't real. Like, the environment you all find yourselves in is not a real environment. It's a projection into all of your minds, like a shared experience that's being broadcast into your brain. So the reason things can...
Don't worry, darling style.
Yeah. So the reason everything can shape itself and transform and change is because it's not the station taking on those physical characteristics. It's within your own mind that's doing this. The large hollow screen, as you're kind of going through and taking a look and seeing what you're capable of doing, you can even see that, like, you can, you know, disable the experience, like turn off the event, plot routes for yourself within Dream Station, like reshape a route to get to where you want to go, basically. That's kind of the point of the admin rights, is like, oh shit, we need to change this experience. Oh, I need to get to this room, this experience right now, or I need to be here or there. And that's kind of the world that's opening up for Nolora in this moment.
Can I see where the signal was being sent originally?
Yeah, it's almost directly below you. So with your new view, it's just like a hallway that's going down, basically, right?
So the administrator would normally be housed there.
Yeah, at least what's labeled as the engine room, I think we previously discovered, is actually where the first one's artifact was stored.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that's okay. You first, by all means.
The whole screen that was floating comes up with, and it's got like your little icon in the corner. Now it has a green check mark for verified or whatever. The hollow screen shifts into a bizarre static, and then you see it forming like an outline of someone as the rectangle, because there's no squares in space now. It's a fucking reference to an offline conversation. The rectangle forms itself into like the weird figure of a person you recognize, Nolora. A person who hired Simion and Barley Graham to capture you, dead or alive, for the knowledge you were gaining through your research of ancient runes. Someone who stood and watched as researchers went mad with the strange portal infection and disappeared back to safety as you all fled for your lives. The hollow projection is of the executive of the Aspis Consortium, Imperia Crow, and you just hear,
"Oh, this is an unexpected surprise. Nolora, you're... Oh, and hold on.
I'm not doing... That's a bad one. That's a bad effect. Hello? Is this better? That's better. Oh,
That's real
Nolora, this is an unexpected surprise. You're alive, and... Oh, Simion is there too. I'm glad to see you both managed to stick together.
You won't be?
Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
I guess we'll see.
I thought it was strange earlier when someone verified themselves as a contractor, just about an hour or so ago, and I tried to get in contact with the station, and it's difficult to see no one is supposed to be on the station right now, for maintenance reasons. I'm just very intrigued that of all the people in the Pact Worlds, that it's you, Nolora, that shows up.
Seems a rather inconvenience for you.
Could be. Yes, it could be an inconvenience. Well, or it may be an opportunity. You see, we have a history, and I think that maybe you could do me a favor, I do you a favor.
Go on.
I've got something you might want, Nolora, and deep within that station is something I need. I need the artifact at the heart of Dream Station. You see, the project is a bit of a write-off. We've just had too many issues lately. A lot of people losing their minds. Kind of a liability.
That's what happens when you play with people's minds.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Literally every time. Read some fiction.
I don't have time to read. It's a busy life here, all right?
Oh, it shows. What do you have for me?
Oh, what do I have for you?
The hollow feed of Imperia shifts back into the rectangle, but now it looks like a viewing window, and a grainy image takes a moment as the signal traverses from who knows where. But gradually it becomes more clear, and you see a laboratory, various devices all across the room, and a bunch of wires coming out of those devices and converging in the center of the room. It looks to be a bed. A hospital bed. And laying on the bed...
You're an evil person, Justin. You're an evil person.
You don't know what I'm going to say. Laying on the bed is a small gecko-like lizard. All kinds of monitoring equipment attached to them. It's your tiny friend and companion, Rave.
I think despite
Fucking sick,
herself, she
Justin.
would instinctually reach out and touch the screen, and like she just feels like she's been hit in the chest.
You hear the small, like, little beeps coming from the room, and the feed stays up, but Imperia's voice cuts through.
Yes, you see, we found this little researcher hanging upside down from a tree of all places. Some kind of carnivorous vine had entangled them. A stray bullet must have severed the vine itself, and leaving the Vesk stranded and knocked out. Luckily, our cleanup crew spotted them, and I know you worked so closely with the small Vesk here. You get what I want. You get what you want.
And how am I to trust anything is real from within Dream Station?
Well,
I just saw a dead man, alive and walking and speaking original sentences.
You hear just some typing.
oh, well, I see you've given yourself admin access. You could turn off all of the features of that room.
Okay, I have a quick question. I don't know whether Nolora would know this or not. Can the things that are materialized in Dream Station in your mind, are they able to actually have a tangible effect on you?
The tangibility...
Like if you get stabbed in the game, do you get stabbed in real life?
Well, the tangibility of that is really just the... it seems so real that you're injured, right?
Right.
That, and especially with the having access to like the data on your tablet and stuff like that now, you realize that the damage done to the Knight of Glarion you previously had seen, that damage was real because it was dealt by a real person.
Okay.
but the damage you've all suffered is mostly not physical, just it was so convincing that it was harmful that you thought it was real.
Okay. So there's no shot then that if I were to turn off the effects in the room that houses Rave, that like life-saving medicine would stop being administered.
You can also, I'll say, you can tell that they're not on this station. This is being broadcast to you from somewhere outside. You can see now, you can see all of the life forms on the station. And because of that, you can also see that there are some rooms below you near the engine room that have life forms, but none of them register as
Rave
or Imperia.
Okay. I will say I don't know why you've seen my work and still think that I'm stupid.
I don't think you're stupid. Quite the opposite. You've all seem to be surviving on a station that literally has been driving people insane. And you
Hardy and stupid are two different things.
Well, I think in this case that only the clever really make it through.
I know that Rave isn't housed on Dream Station.
I didn't say Rave was housed on Dream Station. I said I needed something.
Where is Rave?
Right now, we are aboard Absalom Station.
Which is the melting pot, the New York City of the Pact Worlds.
I'm gonna look at Simion.
You can mute this feed also. You have full control over what's going on.
I'll be taking a moment and I'll mute and disable like visuals.
Yeah.
Put them on hold.
It's elevator
You just
music.
BRB.
Stairway to heaven.
We don't have very long to figure out how to keep this artifact and save my friend.
Right. So what are you thinking?
First, are you guys even willing to try? And I'll look also over to Skrank.
Skrank is just kind of like reeling, like, you know this person, and are you the reason we got trapped here? Like, what? I'm literally just trying to live right now. So I don't know what you've got going on, but I kind of want to just get out, right?
I think that this person is very surprised to see me. I think that that was genuine. I also think that they will ensure our total safety so long as we have the artifact. I don't know what they are capable of achieving with this artifact, but I can assure you it's probably not evil, and I can assure you that I'm not the reason that we're here, or at least not to my knowledge. He truly did seem surprised to see me.
Do any of us have anything that? Okay, I want to get out of here.
Oh no!
So, getting out of here is if she's the kid. What?
Sorry, can you say that again? Yeah, everything went internet-y, and I think we missed some of it.
Sorry. Yeah. So if this person is the key to getting out of here, I will happily go get whatever piece of gobbledygook she wants. You want is this person? Well, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can leave. Right? Is that essentially what we're saying? And you can
It's
go have your
not-
friend.
Yeah, I have to get the artifact for the person, and the person will release my friend to me if I retrieve
Okay.
the artifact. I want to figure out a way to keep him away from the artifact, maybe keep it ourselves so that I can study it and get my friend. So I don't know if that comes in
Yeah.
the form of counterfeiting an artifact or bringing it to him and then killing him or what. But Nolora wants both.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right.
can assure you that you guys want at least one. Which is for him to
Okay.
not have the artifact.
Just as a
That sounds
refresher,
reasonable.
because it's been a hot minute, Imperia is like the definition of gatekeep girl boss. It's like a black suit, even through the fuzzy haze. It's she's wearing a black suit with like this sharp
thought it was
gold
him.
trim. That's why I'm clarifying. It's been
My bad.
no,
Sorry.
it's been a very long time since we brought up this character. They're in a black suit with a very like sharp gold trim on the suit. They've got their hair is like this. Well, it looks black in the video feed, shaved around the sides, and they've got some kind of augmentation like built into the side of their head, which from previous experience had done some kind of computing for them. Basically, like it acts as like a personal computer that they have installed in their brain, more or less. But they look human, but could have some elven lineage going on somewhere. Like they kind of have sharper features, and their ears are a little pokey. But yeah, that's the general vibe of Imperia.
Okay. What do you think, Tim?
Well, I mean, obviously we can't trust this person. Like that goes without saying. But what do you think the odds are that we can actually pull it off?
Not good. I do think that getting the artifact and at least telling her that we'll bring it to her is our only way of surviving Dream
Definitely.
Station.
That's definitely step one, regardless of what happens after that. There's also
I
no
could
telling.
negotiate safety for all of the living people on Dream Station as well.
Right. There's also no telling what the artifact might be capable of once you actually get your hands on it. That's the other thing.
That's true.
Like, we're trying to form a plan with half the cards that we might be holding, you know? It just depends
We might
on...
Why
die
don't
on
we
the way
tell
to
her-
the artifact.
That's
We
also
don't
true.
know.
We could tell her that we're gonna get her the artifact. Go get the artifact. See if we can use the artifact to escape and get you what you want, and then either follow that plan or go about trying to pretending to give it to her, and then probably just kill her. I don't know. I don't have a way of forfeiting an artifact. I could break it and then fix it. Is essentially what I could do, but that would require us escaping with it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try something then. And I will unmute, allow visuals. All right, Imperia. Here's how this is going to go. I'm the one that's by the artifact. And I know that if you're willing to do this for me, that this artifact is very important to you. Now, I haven't even seen the artifact. But what I would like is for you to send Rave home now. And you know that obviously I have quite the will to survive. I will gather the artifact once you have assured me that Rave is on their way home. I will gather all of the people that are alive on Dream Station. I will collect the artifact, and you can come and pick us up.
Well, that is certainly the offer. How about this? I agree to your terms. By the time you find and disconnect the artifact, I'll have these terms sorted, and I'll send you a confirmation and a little video. How about that?
How long will it take for Rave to get safely home from where you are?
Oh, it's going to be days of travel. I can confirm that they'll be leaving.
And based on where you are, you can quickly do the math of it is a few days to Absalom Station and it's a few days to Castrovel. So it between those 2 points also is going to take some time.
So, out of character, will I be able to essentially betray her and know that Rave is home safe? Like, do I have enough time between our travel to her for Rave to get home in the meantime?
Yeah, I think by the time you reach Imperia, that will be probably the time that Rave would be reaching Castrovel. There's also the opportunity to intercept Rave's shuttle between the two. You know, if you get proof that Rave is in fact on a shuttle going somewhere, there's nothing stopping you and Simion and the crew from intercepting the shuttle on its way. But it is a few days, so you know you've got padding, I guess.
You'll forgive me if I don't have the utmost faith in you, Imperia. I think the terms have actually just changed.
Oh?
I'm going to need you to send Rave to me here at Dream Station.
Okay.
In an unmanned ship.
And what's the guarantee that I get what I want?
You can track the ship. You'll know exactly where I am and exactly where the artifact is.
All right. We send Rave to you, not home. We track that ship back to Absalom Station.
Correct.
Okay. I get what I want anyway, so I'm fine with this.
It's a deal.
All right. Well, I'll take care of the arrangements and the travel, secure a ship, and get little Rave sent off. Maybe make sure that they'll make it there safe and sound, of course. And you let me know when you have what I want, and we'll confirm everything is fine.
Again, it's a deal.
All right. Well, Nolora, Simion, so good to see you alive and well, and others. Toodaloo.
What? And it like an old TV, it just like closes into one line and disappears.
How quickly do we think we can fix the other ship, gang?
Oh, that's what your plan was. Okay.
We'll send the unmanned ship back to her because it will be tracked, and we'll take our own.
Okay.
That sounds like a job
That will
for
buy
Skrank.
us time. And I can assist. I do have
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you all. Sorry, did Nolora cancel the effects of this room, or are they still sort of? You're kind of stuck in this halfway phase between reality and dream right now.
I would actually explain to everybody the new capabilities that I have and ask what everybody else wants.
Yeah.
While I believe that it's safest to experience this place and time in the dressings of reality, I have no guarantee that it won't be disturbing. So it might be more pleasant to leave it as is.
Get us out of this stinky jungle.
Nolora's gonna type a few lines of code, and all of a sudden it's gonna look like Candyland.
Hell yeah.
If you want me to do a computer check, I fully can.
No, we did the computer check to,
Okay.
I mean, that gave you access to admin rights, so you know what you're doing from this point, right? Yeah, Nolora starts to unmake the dream structure around you as you see everything kind of like starts melting in a strange kind of almost like a fail-safe. Like if things go awry in Dream Station, everything kind of melts away and you're kind of left in this like not so clean and shiny hallway. It looks grimy and unmanaged and unkept. Like a decade has gone by and no one has swept up or done any kind of maintenance to upkeep it, right? Everyone sees the kind of nice, shiny, picture perfect element of Dream Station. No one really sees the true nature of what the station actually looks like. The body of Corazon, who I think, to be honest, Simion would just know their name. Barley for sure talked about all of his kids all the time.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, this is the youngest, this is Corazon. And the body of Corazon is still laying on the ground. Mary Reed, the captain of the Goblin Pirates, is just like looking at you like, what the fuck is going on here? We just fought.
I could try to stabilize him.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do any kind of medical check or anything
I have
like
plus
that.
4. If you guys want me to, I can try. That's really up to Simion.
It's a really good question. Like, I'm just thinking right now, both in and out of character, like, you know, if we save this guy's life, there's a 100% chance he's going to come back and try to kill us again. So what are the alternatives? Well, we can keep him prisoner.
We could send him on the unmanned ship.
That's even more fucked, because then it's like we're sending him to a place one of our other enemies is going to be. Like, that feels like a recipe for a disaster 3 seasons from now. But I don't really want to just fucking like shoot him in the head. But at the same time, you know, like, he made a choice. So
Simion, if you want to do a, what would this even be? Let me pull up any character sheet here. I don't think it'd be history. Maybe just an intelligence roll.
sure.
Or sense motive, actually. Sense motive. Jesus, that's perfect. Sense motive or intelligence, whatever.
You know, I will sense his motive so hard.
Excuse me.
That is a 12.
12. It feels, yeah, the things that you were saying probably would happen for sure. You got the sense that it's not a stretch to think about the fact that they're after you is because Barley died on your watch, essentially. Like,
Right.
Barley never came home from that mission, so that's kind of the vibe that you feel like Corazon was operating off of.
It's definitely misplaced rage. Like, they're pissed because their fucking dad/granddad is dead, and the only person they have to be pissed at is me because I was there when he died. Despite how absolutely fucked that whole situation was. So, I guess the real question is, do we want to commit to keeping this guy as a prisoner or not? Because that is the only alternative in my mind, aside from just fucking leaving him to die.
Given I went from your prisoner to your wife, I feel like between the two of us, we have enough gift of gab to bring him around.
But that was different. You were a bounty. You weren't an assassin trying to kill me. This would be the one and only time someone walks away from trying to do that, because that's how it works in this game. If someone's trying to kill you, you kill them. You don't let them get away, because if they do get away, that just means you're giving them another chance to kill you, and they're going to do better at it the second time.
Mary Reed looks up at Simion. Well, me and my crew have got to get back to Absalom Station at some point. We can chuck them on our ship. We also
You
need
got a brig?
We need to. We do. We also need to disconnect our ship from the Knights of Clarion ship. That's a whole situation, but it's an option.
Oh, we can scavenge parts from that ship to fix ours.
Simion is just like so used to things being very like black and white and clear cut. He's like, God fucking damn it. It's like, okay, sure. Stitch up his wound. It was a clean ass shot, so it shouldn't be hard to do. And throw him in the brig, and we'll figure this out later. For now, let's just focus on what we're trying to do here. And worst case scenario, I have plenty more bullets to deal with this problem if it comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't. Also, and I say this looking towards the captain, like, if you are going to put him in the brig, make sure you scan his body for implants first. Bounty hunters love nothing more than fucking around with implants.
You see, captain of a pirate ship looking like kind of off in the distance, like, yeah, I know. No, good idea. Yep, I will.
I guess, yeah, I'm preaching to the space choir here. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Squire.
The squire. I'm preaching to the squire here.
You know, I just want to say, the bounty on our heads, unjust. I just think the Knights of Galarion are after us because they want in to the lower decks of Absalom Station. What's an easy way to do that? Make us outlaws. But that's neither here nor there. If anyone wants to patch up this, whoever this person is that came out of also nowhere, I can drag them back. Looks over at like a staircase going up those stairs, I guess. Did we come down those stairs? Was that like, is this like an acid trip and we just wind up in the woods? No memory of, anyway, it doesn't matter.
I think it's that's kind of the deal here, yeah.
Great. Okay.
Well, technically, LSD is much different. You don't quite see things that aren't there. It's just the things that are there are much prettier.
Right. Things were prettier when everything was shiny and nice, I guess. Now everything is just kind of gross and decrepit.
Oh, I tried to make it look like Candyland.
Oh, sorry. I was like Justin misunderstood that completely.
That's my bad.
No.
I wanted to make it look like really comforting and
I understand.
pleasant.
Every description I gave earlier, we'll strike that.
We saw that as it's slowly transitioning into Candyland.
Yeah, now it's beautiful and everything is hot colors, just neon colors. And,
with clear signage on where things are.
Yeah, there's like a giant like popsicle or a giant lollipop with like in the shape of a fucking arrow pointing up to the ship bay.
Like little street signs?
Yeah, little candy street signs. Mary reads like, oh, well, I know at least how to get back to the ship bay. That's something. And I can... Oh, God, the rest of the crew is probably losing their minds right now because everything is... It's fine. It's fine.
We need to go and fix our ship anyway, so we can help. And I will... I don't know. Fuck. Skrank, do you need schematics? Is there anything that I can do to assist you right now?
I think our question right now is, do we go get the artifact first, or do we fix the ships first, or do we
fix the ship first? Because worst case scenario, we can lie to her and say that we're having trouble getting to the artifact and that we need more time. We need to make sure that we have the ship up and running before we collect the artifact for sure.
Well, your main ship is fine. The night ship is out of fuel, and they docked onto the Pirates of the Sersha ship and kind of disabled their systems with like their clamp and blah, blah, blah technology. So the ship
I thought our ship was broken.
No, the ship that you all arrived on is working. You were just kind of chasing down this signal more or less, right? So if you needed to get away, you could get away in a pinch for sure. It's just
with
the other
Skrank in tow?
Yeah, it's just the other two ships are non-functional, but also you're in a ship graveyard of sorts. Like a lot of people over the years have arrived to Dream Station. Something's
never
gone
left.
Yeah, horribly wrong. They've never left. So there's just derelict ships kind of floating like an asteroid belt around the station itself.
Okay. Well,
So
I do
creepy.
still think that it's wise for us to change ships now that she's probably had a chance to get like signatures on ours. So that way also Skrank gets a chance to be a super badass mechanic. And also, like we want to minimize chances of her finding us. We're running away with everything.
Do y'all want to steal the Knights of Galarian ship? Like, I'll fix it up or I'll try to fix it up, and then we
Just
can
steal a cop spaceship.
Make sure to remove any and all beacons, trackers,
Oh yeah, people could probably track that, can't they? Okay, I'll
remote
try.
capabilities. Either way, we have a pick. We have a
Mhm.
plethora, a veritable cornucopia of ships to choose from.
Sure, I'll run out to the Knights of Galarian ship. Scurry on out there.
Yeah,
if I can.
does someone want to... Is anyone doing the medical check?
I will fix him. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody can do better than a +4 on a medicine check.
I can fix him.
No, I can do +2, but that's it.
Here we go.
Ayo.
Whoa! 20 friggin' 3.
Nice.
Let's go. Yeah.
I like these rolls.
I think you've patched up enough bullet wounds onto Simion that you really fucking know what's going on here. You're like, oh yeah, okay, here we go. Back to work. Yeah, you managed to stabilize Corazon Graham, one of the youngest of the Grahams. as a few of you, grab this person and bring them up to where the ship bays are in general, you kind of open up the door. The other goblins of the Pirates of the Sersha are just kind of sitting around. They formed a brief armistice with the Knights of Galerion. You see Ko is still there, Scout Ko. And Knight Mep is no longer on a nice, cushy, kind of relaxing, not canopy is not the word, one of those swinging beds. Oh my god, my brain just melted.
Hammock,
thank you. No longer on like a really lovely hammock, is just like on the Candyland floor.
No candy, no like Tootsie Roll wrapper.
I think it faded out and they were just like laying on the ground in general, right? As you all get up, the Sir Morg is kind of not really anywhere to be seen, and Wallace, the defender knight, not knight is the wrong word. Wallace, the fighter of the goblins, looks up. Oh, you're all back. You made it. Everything is different. Everything looks really colorful. Did you fix it? This seems happy.
I did.
Oh, amazing. That was quick. That was really fast. Was it magic? It's always magic.
Insofar as science is magic, sure.
A lot of science just is magic. Let me put that out there. Can't trust it.
I'm on your side.
Okay. Yeah, you all kind of are there. A lot of them are just kind of sitting around. Ronnie, the kind of taller of the goblins, who was introduced as their engineer, is kind of just still sitting next to Dr. Raiden Ham, their medic, who suffered real wounds. Mep and Dr. Raiden Ham were attacked by Corazon, so their wounds are real, but they're both stabilized and in no danger, just unconscious. But the three of you are in the ship bay. Are we doing let's do like a repair montage. So as Skrank, what's Skrank doing to try to get something up and running?
I just wiggle myself into essentially I'm popping the hood is what's going on.
Hell yeah.
I would love to somehow assist for any kind of bonus.
Yeah, if you want to do... what kind of check is Skrank thinking about? Probably mechanics?
Probably
or engineering,
either mechanics or engineering is what I was thinking.
Yeah, engineering is what my brain went to.
Okay.
If Nolora wants to do a engineering roll, you just need a 10, and that'll boost Skrank's roll.
Sure.
So you're aiming for a 10.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it didn't show up for me. What was it?
It was
a 7.
Oh, woof. If Skrank wants to make their engineering check, not with a +2. Although
okay.
Nolora had 2 really fucking great rolls, honestly.
True.
Yeah.
And one of those gave you free access to the ship station.
All I'm saying is all I needed to hit on the die was a 5. And this is the one that I failed.
Whoa. What was that for Skrank?
Yeah, so I rolled a 10 and I have a +9, so 19.
Whoa, fuck yeah, let's go. 19 is good. As Skrank pops the hood of what ship are you popping the hood of to try to?
Well, I guess I was thinking the Knights of Galerion ship, because I wasn't sure if I actually cared about the Knights of Galerion getting off of Dream Station. or if we could just like let them be stranded here, and then we escape in that ship and essentially like turn off all of the tracking and everything, and no one will bother us because we're in a Knights of Galarion ship.
Yeah.
Is what I was thinking, if that makes sense to everybody else.
Also, we stand armor, but Nolora would be like super morally opposed to just marooning them here. So we need to leave our ship in working order so that they can figure it out eventually. Just we are gonna make sure that they can't leave until we have enough
Right.
Sure.
headway, I guess.
Yeah, I think
That's fine.
with the 19 as well, I think what Skrank is like, yeah, I can fix your ship, and you're like slightly sabotaging the night ship. You're like, yeah, I fucking got this, and you're like, you see a cable and you just bite it. You're like,
Absolutely, I do.
What you end up doing is disconnecting the kind of hold that the Knights of Galarion ship had on the pirates of the Sersha, and so with that, they're no longer their ship is no longer disabled by the Knights' functions, basically. So in a pinch, the pirates of the Sersha could make some kind of escape on their own ship to get away from the Knight ship with what you did as you were going through all the systems. Do you make sure your ship is good to go? What is Simion doing during as this is all going down?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like. I can assist with, simple shit if I need to. Engineering is definitely not my area of expertise, though. So
You could be writing a letter to the kid when he wakes up.
I mean, I'm gonna definitely talk to him when he wakes up. Because the goblins aren't like leaving, right?
They're kind of
understand that.
Yeah, they're kind of just waiting to see what happens with this situation. They're heading back to Absalom Station from here, so
Right.
it's whatever boils down.
Like, basically the way that I see this going down, and assuming no tremendous fuckery, is once we get back from doing whatever it is we need to do, I want to talk to this guy, and over the course of a conversation, determine whether or not he's going to be chill, or if he's going to be chilling in a coffin, as they say.
That is what they say.
People
I've
say
heard
that all the time. I hear it on the street every time I leave my house, like at least 5 times at the grocery store. It's a common saying. So that's kind of where my head's at with that. Like, I don't imagine like sending him with the goblins. It's more so like we're just using their brig for now until things can be done. So like while you guys are fixing the ship, Simion will just, I guess, be kind of like poking around, like not wandering too far or anything, but just checking things out, see if we miss anything. And most importantly, just kind of standing guard, I guess, like keeping an ear open so that they don't have to. So if something does happen, I can very quickly be like, "Hey, gang, get your guns out."
Yeah. Give me a as I look at any character sheet again. Let's do perception as you are actively walking around and kind of checking things out.
Sure. Perception. There we go. That's not bad. It's a 23.
Holy shit.
We take those.
This was something I was going to drop at the end of the session, not as
Okay.
like a blah moment, just as a moment of intrigue. But since you were like, I'm fucking walking, you guys went. We've gone off of where I thought the session was going, which is every tabletop session that exists. Yeah. You are walking around, kind of taking stock of things. You and Ronnie move Corazon into the brig of the Pirates of the Sersha 2 ship, which is called the Sersha 2, believe it or not. And you see Skrank kind of working away as Nolora is going through the data pad and like things on the station are like shifting and moving slightly. You board the escape pod 1, or escape ship 1, I should say. It's not really a pod. And you see that well, you don't see anyone on the main deck, and specifically you don't see the body of Nero, the android that was laying in the corner without
That's not good.
without a head.
Very good. That fucking sucks. I'm gonna go out of the ship and immediately just be like, hey, so that android corpse is not back here anymore. I don't suppose any of you guys were stripping him for spare parts or anything?
To the goblins?
Just to everyone.
I'm gonna immediately jump on my data pad and see what information I can glean from that.
Yeah. Give me a computer.
Installing a new smart device or anything, or
give me a computer check, Nolora. The goblin Wallace looks up. We were in that kind of vacation area earlier. I nothing else. We didn't see much of anything besides these fucking nights. That's about it.
I got a 23.
Oh, a lot of 23s tonight.
Yeah, I swear I'm not making it up.
No,
I'm chatter.
I'm also looking at the thing.
Okay.
yeah,
I see it. Simion just also rolled a 23 is what I'm saying. Just wild. 23. One of the Knights of Galerion's escape pods are missing.
Okay, so this is the android that we assassinated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we only bring his head?
No, you took the head and the body.
yeah.
Okay.
He was in the pod, I believe, because we were going to try to claim the bounty on him eventually.
Yeah.
But his
And
name is Nero, the immortal android. Seems like maybe he wasn't dead.
Motherfucker.
Beautiful. So can
That's
we
a lot
just
of money.
send him a text message or?
Hey, you
I
up?
was gonna say, I have telepathic message. I could like see if I could like send him something. I don't know. Will you want me to? Could I?
What's the range on telepathic message?
So okay. All right. The wording on it. Okay. So the range is 100 feet plus 10 feet per level. So 120 feet.
Got it.
Now the wording on the actual spell is like, oh, I guess anyone within 10 feet of me could hear it if they pass a perception check. But
okay. With Nolora checking earlier on the data pad and coming up with that the escape pod was launched from the Knights of Galerion ship, you can pretty easily tell that this escape pod at least is not within 100 feet for sure.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm imagining Skrank like tries to send out a message and just gets like a busy signal back.
Yeah. Quietly notify.
Notify anyway.
I'm gonna click some things. Please ignore.
Okay.
Yeah, you are all kind of, the ships are at least in operational state to make a quick getaway. The Pirates of the Sersha are set up to manage to break off for themselves. It's unfortunate that Nero is in fact missing. You do, Simion, I'll say with that check with the 23, you do a once over of the whole ship, because that's what you most likely, you're not just going to be like, he's not here, he's not anywhere.
Yeah, it's impossible to know.
You find Bobbin and Needle unconscious in the bottom of the ship where like the little cafeteria area is on the escape pod. They're both knocked out, and the power core from Odyssey 9 was removed, which is an easy fix. You pop the power core back in and throw some water in the face of Bobbin and Needle.
Throw some oil on the face of the robot.
Yeah. But you don't find Nero. You don't find Zamir, the only surviving member of the Vorpal pirates that was on board this ship also.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to wake these guys up and be like, hey, what the fuck happened?
You see Odyssey 9 just like makes the Windows boot up sound. Wait, that's Mac. Truly can't even think of the Windows one.
Oh, Simion. I'm down. I was in the piloting seat. I'm downstairs now.
So you don't know what happened? This is what
No.
I'm gleaning from this conversation. Okay.
I was told to take watch, to monitor the area.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen to notice an escape pod taken off.
We are on an escape pod. Our ship is the escape pod. Have fun.
Right. All right. I'm going to go over to the other, other two who hopefully are degrogging.
Yeah, they're like at the mess table, just like head in hands, like brutal hangover vibes. Just like, Simeon, I thought I saw the head that we had, like, sprout little, like, spider legs underneath it and just, like, kind of crawl along a wall. And then I saw, like, the Vorpal pirate guy, whose name I just, whatever, they, like, injected Bobbin here with, like, a needle, and I was like, hey, it's not that kind of party, what's going on here? And all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I'm being shot with, like, another needle. That's all I remember.
Cool.
Bobbin's like, are we like getting out of here anytime soon, or like...
that's the plan.
Okay.
But
It's going to be a while.
Oh, because we had like we were on our way to like Absalom, and there was like this big thing we were going to attend, but I guess we'll
You
wait.
can see if you can hitch a ride with the pirates.
Aren't you guys pirates?
no, we're bounty hunters. There's a huge difference.
They look at each other just like, is there?
Both in the eyes of the masses and the law, yes.
You all kind of regroup outside of the ship, just in the ship bay itself. Again, looks way drastically different with the makeover that Nolora has given it. Everything is very vibrant. There's some even more comfortable chairs around by the looks of it. They look like those little cream...
Gumdrops.
Oh, gumdrops is good, yeah.
No, okay, no, you go.
I was just gonna say
We
those
can have a mixture.
creamy strawberry candy you get.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what they're called. They're good, though.
Cream savers.
Are they cream savers?
Unfortunate.
Wild. Yeah, you all you all meet back up, converge in the kind of shipping bay as Mary Reed and the Pirates of the Sersha seem to be gathering up their things. They're like, all right, so you all are gonna head downstairs, get the thing you guys need, and then we all fuck off out of here. Is that the plan, or? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. All right.
Super cool. All right. So, wait. What's that guy's name? The other Vorpal pirate who was with us?
Zamir was the Vorpal
Zamir.
pirate. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a halfling, kind of a slick vibe, slick black hair, very slick mustache going on.
And he knocked out our boys.
He knocked
He was a fucking industry plant from
bobbin and needle. And when you met, or not when you met Samir, but when you escaped with Samir, he was heading down to jump on this ship himself, but you all happened to be down there. I know I said, oh, hey, it worked. I was like, I know I said yes, but I was like, I don't know if the auto mod will. Yeah, wow, wild, amazing. Cream savers, everyone.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
But they're terrific.
Wow, that's a good tagline.
The world is horrific, but these are terrific.
Also, I really have to pee.
I was about to say, you all gather around to head towards the engine room, and we are going to take a little break. We'll be back in just, we'll do human stuff, and we will BRB, everyone. BRB! Oh, we're back. Hello. Back aboard Dream Station. You all gather, getting ready to... You got your ships ready, and you're now venturing to get the artifact of the first ones from the engine room to use as a sort of bargaining chip that who knows if you'll ever actually give it to Imperia or not. Time will tell, but at least to get it as proof that you have the artifact to secure the release of your little pal Rave from the clutches of an evil corporation. Again, everything is bright candy colored with beautiful signs that point exactly where you need to go. And you see engine pointing on like a slant, and there's like this kind of like a fun slide heading down with like little rows of candy as you head down.
Can it be like a water slide, but like chocolate instead of water?
Yeah, that's
like
what
melted
it is.
Chocolate.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
But yeah.
Candy. It was Candyland interior theme, and that's where we're going.
And here we are.
But you all find yourselves on this kind of let's say platform leading down to the engineering room. Before you head down, is there anything anyone's taken care of, or?
What do I know about the artifact?
Well, you know, it was based on the logs of Elias Noctmar. It was an artifact of the first ones, emitting crazy amounts of psychic energy, and their job was basically to figure out how that worked. And then the corporation got brought in, and they were like, "How do we monetize this?" But it operates on a psychic level with like mass amounts of psychic energy pouring out of it, and it was just the integration with their technology within the station that kind of allows all of this to happen.
As a neutral good character, where is Nolora at morally on destroying this thing?
I mean, that's completely up to you. It's whether or not you get what you want from, you get the secure passage of Rave, but honestly, it's up to what Nolora thinks is either the right thing to do or what Nolora wants to do in terms of just taking it for their own research purposes too, right? Like, destroying it wouldn't be a bad thing, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't fall on like an alignment. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of...
It doesn't seem like a thing that could be used to, like, as a moral positive for humanity.
I mean, there probably are benefits that could come out of this if it was in the right hands. You know, there's a lot that sculpting reality around people could be beneficial.
I feel like it would be really good in a children's hospital, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's already fallen into the wrong hands of evil corporations, so.
Yeah. Okay. That's my plan B, I guess, and I will outline that to everybody that, if for some reason Imperia outsmarts us and there's no way that we're going to be able to leave without that being on its way to her, maybe it would be wise to rig a ship to explode. The ship that shows up to explode, like, en route.
Yeah.
If Skrank is down with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love exploding things. I have grenades for this purpose.
True fact.
Beautiful.
Skrank loves grenades.
Okay, that's me.
Is anyone else doing anything before heading down?
I don't think so.
Negative.
I don't think so. I kind of want to jump on this chocolate slide.
It's like it's like sort of like lazy river vibes. You're like coasting slowly down this chocolate river. You see all these like little frames, kind of along the wall, and Nolora would know that there also was frames built in along the wall in the actual physical form of this place. While they look like they're frames that are like windows looking outwards, we kind of know that they're really just looking inwards and showing you what is deep within your memories. Does anyone stop and look at the pictures? And my follow-up to that is, if you do stop and look at the pictures, what do you think your character might see? And it's also perfectly fine that your character just continues down the lazy chocolate river.
I think Nolora would see snapshots of her wedding to Simion and some shots of like going to school, learning languages, and probably meeting Rave also. Yeah.
In the jungles of Castroval, one of the earlier, even before the portal sickness, you guys met years before on expeditions.
Maybe the image that she uses as like the desktop wallpaper on her tab that is of the selfie of them.
Yeah. It's very cute. Is anyone else taking a moment to look through the various frames?
Yeah, I think Skrank would probably like look up and look around as he's trying to take, they're trying to take in, you know, the environment, and still kind of like passively, although they already know that this is where that like powerful psychic force is coming from, still like having detect magic up and seeing if any of the frames are kind of affected by it. I think they're looking around and they're definitely a little like shaken by seeing like Dupot's and Patchy's faces, and even like the like their teacher back from Quelch.
Yep.
Was the teacher's name? Yeah. Yep. And even seeing that and kind of like feeling sort of a sense of like not belonging, because really there hasn't been a lot of memory making since then. It's been a lot of like, you know, hopping between like different ships and basically just like scurrying around trying to find a place to belong, and not really, you know, finding any kind of like substantial family to hold on to.
Yeah.
And Skrank is kind of like put on edge by this. They're definitely not like comfortably floating in a lazy river. It's kind of like when you get a cat wet and stuck in a bath now. And now they're just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm stuck in this lifesaver that's sitting in a pool of chocolate. Yeah.
What about Simion or Simion going along for the ride?
Yeah, I imagine that he's trying to, stay vigilant as best as he can, but definitely is catching glimpses here and there. I feel like just with everything going on right now, is probably seeing a lot of stuff to do with old B-Dog, Barley. B-Dog is what he called him, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, just, their various adventures over the years, etc.
Yeah. Tons of innumerable, oh my god, English, innumerable amount of bounties being run all across the Pact Worlds as Skrank is kind of seeing glimpses of the group that Skrank did have and now is kind of has been separated from, and Nolora is revisiting snapshots of little rave and time spent in early investigations and research. As all of you kind of are making these glances through the frames, you see just a bunch that don't match your own memories, and you can assume that these are the other people that you spotted deep down within within Dream Station. You spot just like a few from various different planets. Some are so out there they don't really make sense. You just see swashes of color fading into different colors, and you spot one that's just like underwater and you just see like bubbles and things floating up. There's one on Absalom Station of this huge fiery explosion beneath the station, gunfire going off, and you see agents and knights showing up fighting off civilians. And there's another one of just this quiet jungle scene that almost Nolora thinks might be from her own memory, but seems like it has something to do with the government of Castroval. You see a lot of official signage around this small kind of jungle area, cordoned off encampment by the looks of it, with a huge mountain range in the background. And you all kind of coast along past all of this and arrive to this large gingerbread door that opens up into what hasn't been affected by Dream Station, by the reconfiguration of Dream Station, which is the engine room. It's a circular room. The walls are filled with monitoring equipment. In the center is a strange cobalt blue pedestal. You see it's kind of like all kinds of machinery hooked up to it, and then it's a glass cylinder and then more machinery going up into the ceiling. You see a stone, very familiar looking stone slab slowly rotating in the center of this pillar. It looks like it's, again, hooked up to all kinds of equipment. There's a set of like heavy double doors near the back, and you see a bunch of like warning signs around it, and two other doors to, let's say, the left and the right. 4 doors in total, one of which you walked through. The others, as you guys are kind of taking in the scene, you look through the doors to the, let's say, east and west, and you guys came in through the north. East and west doors are just a room, another kind of semicircular room of pods. And then you look at the west door, and another semicircular room of pods. The glass is hazy and, again, not well kept, but it looks like there might be people in there. And
I can look on my data pad, right, to see
You
where the
can
life forms are.
You can confirm that.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the way down, I would definitely be like, "Come on, we're rescuing everyone."
Yeah, well, it's these two rooms are all of the life forms that you pick up on the data pad that you have, and past let's say the south door, which is the heavy double doors with a bunch of warning signs. The door's closed. It looks like it has like a dead man lock to it, so the only way to open it is someone has to actually be holding on to the door, holding on to the mechanism of the door, I should say. And beyond it, it looks like a walkway out to, like, you can't see the bottom, and when you look up, you don't see how far up it goes in either direction. It's like this small walkway that wraps around this massive pillar that all of the signs lead you to believe that this is the main source of power for Dream Station. This is what is keeping this going, and Nolora would know the device in the center of this room that you're in is the artifact.
Can I identify exactly what the artifact is, like, immediately? Just by looking around?
You recognize it's what Elias was talking about in his logs. This is the cobalt pedestal that was some strange device that they uncovered, hooked up all of their machinery to grant the capability that is the station. But it looks like it's enclosed within this device. Like the system has been set up to keep this locked in place as long as there's something supplying it energy.
Okay, I am going to do a cool thing.
Roll.
I'm gonna do a cool thing.
Roll for cool thing. Make a cool thing check.
It's my favorite stat.
Listen, Skrank has greasy rat, so cool thing is not off the table.
I was gonna say, like,
Can I,
I've
like-
got that power. I don't know. It's
No.
greasy rat, cool thing, same thing. I don't know.
How do I put something into the chatter from my character sheet?
Yeah,
Do I just have to copy paste?
Sorry, say that again?
How do I, like, ping a skill on my sheet into the chat?
Great question. I think if let's try right-clicking. No, that didn't do it. Well, what is it that you're trying to put into the chat? Maybe this is just easier.
It is called Quick Scan. As a standard action, you can get a general sense of what information is stored on drives or other digital storage media.
Yeah.
You must pass your hand in the air near the data source, etc.
That rules. I think that's just a thing you can just do. That's a part of your Technomancer magic, which is great. And it's just standard action.
And I added the magic hack to it also.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's just a thing that you definitely can do. It says the information is very general. You do get the sense this is like, protected data for the Aspis Consortium in partnership with Abadar Corporation. And, but you know that this is the artifact of the first ones. It has the same sigil markings that you're used to seeing at various rooms that you've traveled to. The room itself is set up to monitor Dream Station, to monitor the people in the pods. That's kind of the function of this room. There is the engine, which is the power source of the station, but the main purpose is to kind of monitor what's happening to the people around the station.
So what I would like to do,
Yep.
what Nolora's been brainstorming. Okay, so what she wants to do is try to get all of the juice out of the artifact and onto her data pad so that the artifact is benign.
Yep.
And she can study off of her data pad. Is there any way to do something like that?
Probably, but right now it's locked within this mechanism that it's encased in.
Mm-hmm.
So so maybe after, if you get the artifact out, Nolora could probably figure out something, but right now the issue is getting the artifact out. What was Skrank going to say?
Can I like tell how big this case is, or like how heavy this case is? That
It's
like
connected straight from the floor to the ceiling. It's like a giant cylindrical tube with like, you know, the pedestal goes up so far, attached to all kinds of machinery. Then it's like the heavy glass, and then it's the rest of the machinery going up into the ceiling for the artifact.
Okay.
If Skrank wants to...
Would it be like...
Yep.
Okay, here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Is I want to use my psychokinetic hand. But like, one bulk is the limit, or it's of an unattended object of no more than 10 pounds or one bulk. I don't know if this case would be more than 10 pounds. That's what I'm trying
We
to
could team up. I also have psychokinetic hand, so we could effectively double.
I will say, if you use Psychokinetic Hand, what you're going to do is grab onto the artifact and rattle it around in this giant cylindrical device that's...
Is there a control panel anywhere?
There are multiple different control panels. I was going to say, if Skrank wanted to do an engineering check...
yeah, I can do that.
While that's happening...
To find the control panel.
Is there anything particular Simion is getting up to in this moment?
I'm just trying to think of like what I can do that might be useful here. Give me 1 second. Reading something.
12 plus 9, Justin.
Whoa!
So.
That rules. That rules. Skrank and Nolora, you both kind of team up to go through a bunch of information. You come to the conclusion, Skrank, that the way this room is engineered is that someone needs to be inside of the power reactor. The only way to get inside the power reactor is for someone to be operating the door from the outside. Whoever's inside the power reactor needs to figure out how to shut it down, but it can't be shut down unless the door is sealed.
Oh. So one of us has to be inside when the power is turned off.
Well, you got to turn off the power from inside the reactor.
Inside.
And
Okay.
the only way to get in and out is for it to be manually operated from the exterior. Again, it's like a dead man situation.
I see. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm happy to go in if someone else will open up we'll hang out on the outside.
And you rolled, shit, what was it, 22?
21.
21.
Right. No. Sorry. It was 12 plus 9? Yeah, 21.
The readout that you see on the various screens that are keeping track of everything on Dream Station, but the readout for the power has been ramping up for a very long time and is extremely unstable, which might account for the variations in all of the nightmarish situations aboard the station. But for a very long time, this has been eating up power from somewhere and is not a safe place to go.
Okay, I have a plan. The switches, are they just like levers?
The within to get into the power reactor, once you're in, you can kind of try and figure out what exactly is going on. Like there's a few different things you could possibly check. What did I write here? Computer engineering or physical science are going to be the kind of checks, things that are related to electrical engineering and computers and systems like that.
I'm just saying, if it's lever operated, the dead man switch that you were talking about.
Oh, from the outside. Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
We could use our telekinetic hands for that.
There you go.
So that just gets us around that, right?
Yeah. And it's I think the
worry.
hands, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you first.
I was going to say, I think the hands also can reach 30 feet. I'm just, and if they don't,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
30
sure
feet.
they can. 30 feet. This is 30 feet in as well. So the power reactor is 30 feet from the door. So that's still the hand could still open the door from that distance.
Okay. My big worry is that this is dangerous for the people that are in here. So if Simion wants to go and figure out how to free the people, then Nolora can do the power reactor thing while Skrank does the control panel stuff.
I can do the control panel stuff, and I can also put life bubble on each of us, I think. Actually.
Don't we have to be pretty close to you?
30 feet. So.
And life bubble, I know it does. You start to have breathing conditions, underwater vacuum, harmful gases, vapors, inhaled diseases, poisons, gaseous effects. You don't get. I'll tell you for free with the readouts. It has air and doesn't seem like it's toxic.
Okay.
From that 21 that you rolled earlier.
Okay.
I'm worried about the power source being unstable. I would feel very terrible if we killed a bunch of innocent people that can just go to Absalon and get treated, you know? So that's right now my like only hesitation. But does everybody like that plan?
I think it's the only like reasonable option we have.
Also keep in mind if we run into any issues with tech or something that needs to be shut down, I am like decent at dealing with tech. I also can choose to emit radiation and fry shit.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I should reread that.
So was the plan to use your psychokinetic hand from the exterior, Simion freeze the people in the pods while the two of you work on shutting down the power core? That's the plan?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
When you open the main heavy doors using the actual lever itself, you see sparks of electricity that gap from side to side within the room itself, within the power reactor. You see it crashes off of a piece of the walkway and then zaps overhead and hits an adjacent wall. To put this in Starfinder terms, every round you spend in here, the cops are coming. The Knights of Galerion are on the way.
I thought that was part of the track, and I wasn't going to say anything because I was like, that's for sure an accident.
No,
Justin wouldn't have chosen this.
It's just Baltimore City trying to be the fourth PC in our little game here.
Damn space cops. For every round,
Please.
you spend, it's going to be, you're going to need to make either a reflex saving throw or a fortitude saving throw in order to mitigate any potential danger. You may still take some damage on a failed save, depending on how bad that failed save is. But it, essentially, again, every round that you spend in here, you're going to need to do these checks as you figure out what's going on with the power reactor.
Okay.
And for Simion, I'm going to say you're working under a clock here, because you're trying to get as many people out of these pods before they shut down the power in case something terrible happens.
Right.
If you want to do, let's do a dexterity check, and this will be for the first room. So we'll go, let's say just the east pod room, As you make a dexterity check, unless you have a different idea, please, by all means, tell me.
Yeah, and we're just doing flat dexterity.
Yeah, because I think, you know what, sleight of hand, actually, hold on. Sleight of hand makes more sense because you're trying to deftly and quickly.
That makes sense to me, yeah, because it's like, quickly moving between things and pressing buttons and stuff, which feels very sleight of handy.
Yeah, I don't think your bounty hunter profession check comes into that.
Yeah,
but
I don't imagine, but I'm pretty good at sleight of hand. So.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We'll set this at a DC 20, gets you everyone in the room in the first round.
How about a 26?
Oh shit!
Fuck yeah.
A 26, you do it with time to spare, and I'll give you, when we get to it, the second round, we'll give you a +2 because you hit over 25 with that roll.
Yeah.
For the two in, are you both holding the door with the psychokinetic hand? What's the game plan for you two?
I mean, why wouldn't we both have a psychokinetic hand on there? Because it does seem like, just in case one of us fails, we should have a backup just so that neither of us get trapped in here, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So Nolora and Skrank, you're both going into the chamber to try to optimize how much you get done? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I thought that I was going for the reactor while Skrank was messing around with the pedestal to try to get it open.
Skrank already discovered with their engineering check that in order to get that open, the power needs to be cut.
Right. No, of course. So I was going to go do that so that right away,
I understand.
Skrank could get that, and then we could all meet back up as fast as possible in case of disaster.
I get you.
Okay.
Sorry,
right,
I think I did not communicate that clearly.
No, that's okay.
I apologize.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, so then I'll position myself right next to the little glass casey thing.
Yeah. Well, Nolora...
By the way, Nolora would have given Simion a kiss before he...
Of course, is kissing a free action?
Yeah, kissing is a free action. Yeah, you get that. Excellent. That's a swift action, actually. Yeah.
It's a swift action?
Yeah. It's a 3-action economy.
Where is sleight of mouth?
I need Nolora. We'll go with Nolora first because that makes the most sense. Because the power reactor is 30 feet away, so that's your full movement to get in. So you know you're going to be in here for at least one full round. If you want to do either reflex or fortitude saving throw, and this is going to be for the trying to avoid the instability of the power core itself.
Okay, I will do reflex.
Hell yeah, you're aiming...
I'm so sorry, what was the last bit of what you said?
Just to avoid the instability of the actual power core itself. That's what you're trying to avoid. It's going to be a...
Wait. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Would it be safer for me to send the hand in and me stand outside?
I feel like hold on, let me read Psychokinetic Hand, because I think it just does kind of basic functions, and this is kind of a very intricate. You point your finger at the target object, gaining the ability to lift or move it at will. As a move action, you propel the object as far as 15 feet in. You can propel an object as far as 15 feet. The distance you can't perform complex operations.
Okay.
With
yeah, I would have accepted you just saying. No,
I wanted to make sure.
Too, just so you know, like if it's something that for sure, my brain should be there. I get that for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the hand was, that might even be something you get later down the road. I'm not 100% sure, but I was gonna be like, look, if the hand can fucking do it, the hand can do it, right?
Totally. All right. Reflex save is what you wanted? You're
aiming also for these DCs are 20 that you're aiming for, and the better you do, if you fail by the better you do, the less damage you take, more or less. That's what we're going for here.
It's going to be brutal here, guys. Oh,
What was that total?
11.
Oh, 11. That's not 10 below the DC, so you're going to take... you take 10 points of stamina damage as you're running through this reactor room and you get struck in the shoulder by a bolt of electricity that almost knocks you on your ass, but you make it to the power core.
What happens if I only had 5 of 8 stamina?
The excess is taken off of your hit points.
Okay.
The stamina is like a buffer. It's like temp HP if you think about it that way.
And my energy AC and kinetic AC don't factor into this at all?
No, this was the reflex saving throw is what is avoiding the damage, right?
Okay. Sorry, this is chat room. This is me being bad at remembering how things work and not anybody else
but
failing at anything at all.
You do get to the panel, and it's your choice. You see that it's a very complex setup. What I'll tell you for free is that you can peer in and see the core of this reactor is a shard of a shard of starstone, which is the technology that powers Absalom Station. The whole station is a small shard is powering this station. But if you want to make computers, engineering, or physical science, and the better you do on this roll, again, will kind of determine if you can get out of here next round, or if you need to spend one more round trying to successfully power off this reactor. The DC is 20.
Computers, engineering, or physical science, you said?
Yep.
All right, that'll be an engineering. Come on! Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh no!
That is a natural 1.
That is a natural 1. Okay. How's she die?
No, you're not dead. You took the damage at the first of the round.
Okay.
Skrank, you see Nolora get hit by a brutal shock of electricity that arcs across the chamber as Skrank is just outside waiting for Nolora to be able to undo or to turn off the power core. What's Skrank doing in this moment?
I think Skrank will... Oh god. I think Skrank's gotta go in after her, right? Like, I mean, is she still like standing upright?
Yeah, Nolora's still
I could
upright.
also shout, right? I could be like,
Yeah.
ooh, it zapped me, and it's Star Shard, and maybe because you're a good engineer, you could tell me what I need to do.
Yeah.
If you want to come, just do it so that you have something to do with your turn, though. I definitely understand that.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I kind of feel like I have to. I feel like I have to go in.
It's the same deal for Skrank. It's going to be either a reflex saving throw or a fortitude saving throw.
Okay.
And the worse you do, the more damage you take.
Okay. I have a +2 to both, so let's do reflexes.
Let's go.
9 + 2, 11.
Same Samesies. Wild.
You take 5 points of stamina damage as a slightly less intense arc of electricity zaps Skrank. You also weren't quite 10 below, so you took only 2d6 of damage off of your stamina,
Awesome.
but you make it up next to Nolora within the chamber.
Very cool. So then you said engineering or
computers.
What's the check to?
Computers, engineering, or physical science to figure out. Oh, sorry, what was Nolora going to say?
Can I offer a bonus by being like, don't touch here?
I'll give a +1. Yeah,
Nolora's
fuck it.
hair is singed,
Yeah,
and
Parts are standing
I feel like
straight
that's
up.
reasonable. Yeah.
Nolora's
Also,
antennae
yeah,
are just perfectly straight.
Yeah.
A little bolt of
There's
electricity.
the Tesla, you know,
Yeah.
oh god, little lightning
going
bolts coming off of each antenna.
like between them, a line of electricity
God.
travels up.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
That's
take
so
it.
funny.
That's very funny. Take a +1. That's great. I like that.
Okay.
To this
All right,
roll.
so I'll add 10 to my roll then.
It's going to be DC 20.
25.
24. Oh, 25 because of the
Let's go.
+1. Fuck yeah.
25.
You get
Hell yeah.
2 of the locking. Sorry. You get 2 of the locking mechanisms here out of 3. So
Awesome.
there's 3 total. With if we had to succeed, we would have discovered that pretty early. It's very dangerous to stay in here, but a 25 gets you 2. A 24 would have only got 1. The next round comes as Simion is dashing and also running to the west pod room. If you want to do another sleight of hand check to see if you can get the pods open in time.
Yep. And we get a +2 on this one.
Yes. Yep.
So close. Oh, that's a 19.
A 19. You don't get everyone out of the pod room, or you don't get all the pods disconnected. The DC was 20. You see just 2 pods remain in this room. As we move to Nolora, actually, we'll get Nolora and Skrank to both do that reflex or fortitude saving throw again, as this is the second round in the power chamber.
Okay.
Oh god, am I going to be the worst person in the world? I need you both also to make a concentration check to keep concentration on your psychokinetic hands that are keeping the door open.
Okay.
Which is a standard action to recast.
Let's go.
How do I do a concentration check? Shit.
You're just
Yeah,
going to make
they're-
a just make a fortitude saving throw. How about that? There is a
Okay.
con skill, but fuck it. Fortitude saving throw is the same thing. more or
I
less.
don't
Alright.
see
Just
concentration anywhere.
Constitution
Say
is the check.
Okay, well I did I rolled a 9 and then I have 2 to fortitude, but
I would love to do anything other than fortitude. So if there's a way for me to do constitution or concentration, I don't see them anywhere.
Constitution is one of your main stats, so that's like strength, dex, con, int, whiz, cha.
Okay. Oh, it's -1.
You're trying to beat a 10. Sorry, what did Skrank get?
I got an 11,
Okay. So at least the door stays open
so we're good.
with the 11.
I gotta see.
Oof. Your hand drops, Nolora, but Skrank, smart to keep the 2 hands in case of backup, Skrank's hand catches the lever as the doors remain open. Did we do our reflex checks yet?
My reflex was an at 20.
Whoa, nat fucking... Oh, we have a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
A nat
that's what that
fucking
nat 20
I made an overlay for it.
So cool.
Fun. That was very cool. That made me feel very powerful and scary, like Xena Warrior Princess.
Very
Don't
cool.
fuck with me, Power Core.
What did Skrank get?
I rolled a 19 and I've got a +2.
Oh, hell yeah. Great.
Hell yeah.
Scurrying right behind.
You both take half of 6, which is 3 for this successful save. You know what? Nat 20 Nolora doesn't take anything. Nolora takes no damage with the nat 20, but with the 21 Skrank takes, what did I say? 3 off of your stamina.
Done.
Nolora sees an arc coming and moves out of the way as Skrank gets his.
My whiskers just get singed a little bit.
So sorry.
Skrank,
reflex of working
Nope,
with Simion.
that's okay.
I really am dropping the ball over and over, and you're picking up all the slack.
Skrank, I
No,
need another
it's okay.
concentration check.
Fuck. No!
Wait, can I cast?
Okay.
It's my turn, technically, right? Can I recast my hand?
If you recast your hand, you
First?
can't use your action to interact with the power core. Just so you know.
I think that's worth doing, Katie.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. Or, I mean, do you want to... Does something bad happen if the door closes? Do you want to see if I make the concentration check first?
Here's an idea. What if I just get out of your way and be next to the switch, since we're both over here anyway?
All right.
Is that like amenable?
You can do
Okay.
you can do that for sure. Yeah. If Nolora runs out, knowing that the psychokinetic hands can drop if you guys lose that concentration, Nolora heads out and manually grabs the lever itself.
Awesome.
All right, Skrank, if you want to make your checks then. So a concentration check at this point doesn't matter, but you can still make that check if you want to keep the hand. It's up to you.
Sure. 8
Okay,
plus 2, so it would have been a 10.
you just get it. And
Okay.
now we're doing... you just need to
Engineering?
succeed one more check to unlock the to shut down the power reactor.
Okay.
I believe.
All right. That's a 9, and I have a plus 9, so an 18.
It's a DC 20.
Fuck. Okay. Can I... Shit. I don't think I have anything that I can...
No.
I know, I keep just like rereading all of my spells and skills.
Yeah.
The third round comes. Simion, you have 2 pods left, but you hear some shouting and chaos from the power core reactor. What's Simion doing at the top of the round here?
So yeah, when I look over there, what do I see?
You see Nolora running out of the chamber to grab onto this lever to keep the power reactor doors open as looks fried. Looks like electricity
Yeah.
is for sure partially fried, and yelling into Skrank to encourage Skrank, who's inside the chamber, trying to shut down the power reactor.
She says, I got this. I know you got that.
Well, if you're confident that everything's going well over there, then I'm gonna just keep
I was
on.
talking to Skrank.
Oh,
Mhm.
I was encouraging Skrank. I was being a cheerleader.
how does Skrank
appreciate
look about all of this?
I'll say.
I can't
I-
see Skrank.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
can't see.
Oh,
You
sorry.
can see a faint glow of all of my whiskers.
Yeah, yeah,
You can see the shadows.
Yeah, you hear.
All huge on the floor.
My tail just flicking back and forth.
You hear an arc of electricity and a yelp. I think.
I still don't know how much help I would be even if I went over there is the only thing. Because I don't know shit about engineering. Cool. So I guess for now I'm gonna keep on task here.
Yeah.
And try to unlock the remaining
There's only
honkies.
2 pods, so I'll say this is no longer DC 20. You're just basically trying not to crit fail this check.
I would never do that. It's a 15.
Fuck yeah. You unlock the final 2 pods. The people within these pods are species from all over the Pact Worlds. The final 2 and most of them look like they're deep in slumber. The final
Okay.
2 pods, you spot a Lashunta and a human in the final 2 pods, and again, it's just a smattering of creatures from, again, all over the Pact Worlds. But everyone still seems to be asleep, but you know that you've successfully disconnected the pods, so they won't be affected by whatever
They're
kind
not
of power surge
Gonna
may happen.
get deep fried by whatever happens here.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, then I guess I will just start heading over towards these two to try and help out there.
I'll say
my
you
next
can
turn.
you can reach kind of the center of the room and
Okay.
observe what's happening. Nolora, what's Nolora doing?
Holding the door.
Nolora's holding
Door
the door.
action.
No, it's Game of Thrones. Fuck.
Oh no. Game
Um,
of Spoons.
it's Bones. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Game of Spones.
Skrank, I need a reflex saving throw.
I bet you do. Okay.
Can I offer a bonus by yelling "Look out"?
Yeah, sure. Take a +2.
Hell yeah! You're being way too kind to my bullshit, and I love you for it.
What was it? That dice didn't show up for me for some reason.
That was a grand
A
total,
9
but the +2
+2.
is 11,
So
which
11
keeps
again.
you above. Oh, so many 11s. What the fuck? But this was like 11 with extra math, so it's not even like you rolled the
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh, well, plus my reflex is an additional 2, so 13.
That
but-
that
No.
is included in the
Yeah.
chatter.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah, the total is 11. You take 11 points of damage, Skrank.
Okay. All right.
That's 2d6 from your stamina, and then from your hit points if you are out of stamina. How's Skrank
Yeah.
looking right now?
I did just run out of stamina, and now I am down to 6 hit points
6 hit points.
out of my 12. No?
Fuck.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, actually 7. 'cause I
Hey,
have
that's
6.
way better.
So much better. I'm going to be fine.
It's
Justin, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be totally fun.
Okay, go ahead.
You have one lock
Lock.
remaining.
Yeah, and then what are the different things that I could make for this? It was engineering
Computers or physical science.
or physical science. Okay, and then I just have a question for you, Justin. Now, would this be like a check to, I don't know, understand a feature of space? Maybe? Would you classify it as that?
It is a star
Justin.
shard. You said star
It's
shard.
true. You know what?
You
Damn.
said star shard.
Yeah, I did, and now my own words are haunting me. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, because I
Hell
do have
yeah.
a situational bonus that allows me to reduce the DC of physical science checks by 5, Justin.
Fuck yeah, Skrank.
Holy shit! So we're
So-
aiming for a DC 15 physical science check.
15. And I do have a +8, so I just have to roll above a
7.
7. Thank you. Okay. All right, gang. Okay.
I believe.
All right.
Everybody pray to the dice gods.
This
Our
thing is-
Jesus.
Okay. Wait.
We
Let's
fucking
go.
we fucking did it. We barely
Let's
did it,
go.
but we fucking did it.
By 1 even.
By 1.
Skrank is so, their fur is like matted down because they're sweating so bad.
Yeah.
Can we say that
So
Nolora
crazy.
uses her psychokinetic hand to pull Skrank out?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, the heat of the moment. Well, what happens is, maybe you won't need to, as Skrank gets the final lock and you just hear the and this kind of dull hum emanates throughout the station as all the lights flicker and like you see kind of emergency lighting come on. The panel in the center, the glass surrounding it descends as the power has been disengaged. Everything seems quiet. Doesn't seem like the reactor is exploding any longer. Skrank, the panel before you on the reactor opens up to the shard of starstone that you find. And outside Nolora, you turn and see the artifact of the first one gently descends and then lays on the pedestal as we see 2 rooms of people that you had saved from Dream Station. I think in the interest of time here, friends, we'll do a little montage of the last few moments here for these characters on Dream Station.
It's beautiful.
Pretty injured, some of you, from this trying to get the reactor shut down in time. Simion's fine. Simeon just had to run this. Simeon's a little sweaty.
I'm tired. Yeah.
Just a little sweaty. Nolora gets the tablet, the artifact remnant of the first ones. You start waking up people, but it doesn't seem like everyone is waking up right away from the pods. It doesn't seem like they're in danger. They're just in like this deep stasis that they're not coming to straight away. The pirates of the Sersha 2, the goblins, they don't make their peace with the Wallace. Like, fuck you, knights, fuck the cops. As the Knights of Galarion, the Knights of Galarion, under the guidance of Sir Morg, their commanding officer, take it upon themselves to defend, quote unquote, heavy quotes there, the station, as the pirates of the Sersha 2 get ready to depart with Coruscant in tow, heading towards Absalom Station. What is... I will say, I'm going to save Skrank for last, but for Nolora and Simion, for both of you in the final moments, you got what you need to at least make the deal. Are you heading out with the Pirates of the Sersha, or are you taking the escape ship 1 as your ship to head off from Dream Station?
I guess that depends a lot, first and foremost, on what this artifact even is.
Depend on a lot. Like, we were gonna wait for Rave to get there so that I could deliver Rave safely home.
Yeah.
So I don't suppose Rave has arrived.
Rave has not arrived. That will be days in the future.
There is one idea that I had in case shit went tits up.
Yeah.
I could get into the reactor and emanate radiation to power the station until Rave arrives and keep people alive.
Well, there is emergency power. There's no fear that people are going to die on the station. We can say that you send confirmation that you have the artifact in hand. You receive confirmation that Rave is in fact on the way. You can choose to leave and meet them there, or you stay for days on the station to wait until that arrival.
Nolora would try very hard to talk Simion into staying and waiting.
But the Pirates of the Sersha are leaving, like, now, basically. Right?
I would arrange to have them take the sleeping people for help, for medical assistance.
Yeah.
Sleeple. I guess the only other real loose end in that regard, then, is I would definitely go talk to, dude. Can't remember his fucking name now.
Sir Morg,
the guy who the pirates
Farley's kid
have in their prison right now.
Yeah,
Coruscant. Yeah, I definitely want to go talk to him.
Coruscant realizes that they're in a bad situation. They're the youngest. They're the most kind of reckless. Like, this was a huge risk to try to take you on by themselves, basically in the middle of nowhere. They'd spent months tracking you and tried to get ahead of where they thought you were heading based on information they put together.
Right.
And their main motive is the revenge for Barley Graham. That's their driving
right.
force.
So I would basically just kind of like lay out all the facts as they are and just be like, I tried to do everything I could to save him. Like, he may have been your parent. This was one of his kids, right? Not one of his grandkids. Yeah, like I know that he was your dad, but he was also my best friend. Like, I knew him much longer than you did, which doesn't diminish your relationship with him, but I need you to understand that, like, you lost a distant parent. I lost one of the two people that I would ever trust with my life.
Yeah.
And basically just kind of lay out the events as they occurred and try to convince this person that I am not the one that they want to hunt down, and that should be directed towards
Imperia.
The company that like kind of set all this shit up, and like, I'm not really going after them right now because they already almost killed me and did kill Barley, but like if you want revenge, that's...
I'm happy to provide them coordinates.
That's who you should need to be going after. And then I would also try to dissuade them from even enacting that revenge. Be like, but honestly, like, revenge is a poor dead person's game. There's no money in it. And the only reward is fucking up your life. So,
yeah.
And basically, I guess, I don't know, how would they respond to all of this?
Well, I think over the few days that you sit down and have these conversations, and most likely Nolora would have a lot of data on the data pad to actually like, hey, here's the proof of this, here's the proof of this, here's like footage of the wild incident that went down, like kind of backing up a lot of the facts for Simion. And I think over the few days, Coruscant comes around to realize that you're not the enemy that he thought you were, and kind of has this renewed anger and a direction to head in.
Well, and I would also
travel with us.
I would also be like, okay, I'm glad that we've come to that understanding. Because, like, in the back of my mind this entire time, I'm, like, thinking, you need to convince me that you actually understand that this is true. Because if I have even a 1% doubt that you are going to, like, turn on me later, I'm going to kill this person. But, yeah, if we can establish boundaries with, like, this is kind of, everything's on the level. Be like, okay, that's great. You should tell your siblings, all 16, I want to say.
That's a lot of them.
Including the adopted ones. That this is what's up. Because things worked out in a way that was fortunate this time. But had you actually succeeded in killing me, you never would have found out any of this. And had I shot you in a way that was not repairable, you would be a dead person, and I don't have time to make those judgments in like a fraction of a second when you have someone pointing a gun at you. Like, you don't survive as a bounty hunter by not killing somebody who has a gun trained on you. So you need to tell your siblings to chill out, and if they want help in this regard, like, I'm happy to pass along any and all information. I'm not tangling with that corporation again, but I will give you whatever I can in terms of resources and information. And I would kind of cap that off by handing him the credit chip that was Barley's half of the take from that initial job that I've just kind of had with me this whole time. And like, Simion never spent it, just kind of kept it as like a reminder, with the intent of, once he was able to actually get back to like, settled space and everything, finding them and actually giving it to them. So I would give that to him, be like, this is 1/16 yours.
Yeah.
Your dad worked a long career, and everything he did was for you guys. So take this, spread it amongst your siblings, do what you want to do with this, but there's a lot of credits here, and I know that he would want you to have it. It was literally the final thing that he'd said to me before he died. I
think Coruscant kind kind of breaks down a little bit, realizes like what they're doing during the course of these conversations you've all been having. Nolora says to join you two, and I think Coruscant turns down the ride from the Pirates of the Sersha to see where both of you are heading. A few days...
Oh my God, this is so cute.
A few days pass. The ship arrives with Rave on board, still medically sedated, hooked up to all of these machines. But Nolora gets her half of the bargain.
I'm going to cry right now. Nolora would, absolutely. And she would have spent the days looking for medical supplies in other ships, in throughout Dream Station, anything to try to get Rave right.
Yeah. What you discover with Rave is Rave had contracted a form of this portal infection that's being held at bay by the state that they're in, the stasis that they kind of were put in. And Nolora, well, you know, based on what they sent Rave in, that Nolora could upkeep it until a time when you figure out how to deal with it. But you have the shuttle you have the ship that Rave came on, you have the medical supplies. It's up to all of you whether you all take that shuttle back to Absalom for that half of the deal, or in the days that had transpired, I'm sure multiple of you with Skrank involved could have looked at derelict ships also to figure out what ships are in usable form.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you whether you head back on that ship to complete the deal for Imperia, or you take the artifact, you take Rave, you take Coruscant, and decide where to go.
0% chance we're giving Imperia what she wants. 0% chance. There's no way.
You set up like a fake...
Simion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You set up a fake beacon and footage on... you use a bit of the artifact to figure out how to generate fake footage that seems real for the ship that's heading back to Imperia. Skrank loads it up with a bomb.
Also,
for sure.
Go ahead.
Can I add like a Nolora flavored chat GPT that can like answer messages and stuff?
Yeah, that rules. Well, here, bringing it back, Odyssey 9 give you this thing that is meant to parse a situation in combat and figure out an advantageous thing to do. Like they were slowing down space combat and figuring out what the ships were doing, but you re-engineer that using the technology you found to be in NPT chat NPT on board this ship that ship heads back to Absalom. None of you are on it.
I also would like to add with this ship going back. You can tell me if this isn't like possible, but honestly, this is mostly just like a fucking funny like flavor thing that I feel is in the spirit of this ability, but isn't exactly how it works.
Yeah.
That ability that I have, the holographic clone, which is basically like a mirror image generator.
Yeah.
I would love to use my like tech from that implant to rig up a little thing so it's just like looks like I'm sitting in the cockpit kind of, and then like, you know, when the door opens, just like all 6 fingers come up like this, and then the fucking like bomb
goes off.
Like,
I was gonna say, definitely rigging up a sticky bomb to go off as soon as the door opens. Not that it'll hurt anybody, but just so they'll be stuck for a little while, just seeing his middle fingers just really sitting in it.
Yeah.
We really turned this into a season finale of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's
True.
what's happening.
Yeah.
And I think we see there's some things left on the station that need to be dealt with, but I think we see Corazon, Simion, and Nolora board a derelict ship with Rave and head off as Skrank is not alone on the station. There are still people that are being, kind of transported off in kind of small waves that are being organized. But Skrank is still on board the station. What is Skrank's moments over the past couple of days look like?
Yeah, big fucking dog energy.
Going crazy. He's running amok right now.
Big boy.
That's my purpose.
Okay, so at the end of the combat, that star shard is no longer powering the station, right?
Correct.
How big is that star shard?
It's literally like 2.5.
Yeah, so Skrank's like at the end of that combat, Skrank's like belly up, like heavy breathing, kind of looks up at that star shard. And you know what Skrank's gonna do with that.
The cheek and go.
Just cheek it. Just gonna just real casual cheek that.
In the cheek pouch, baby.
Just tuck that right into the cheek pouch. Because that looks like that might be helpful for later. And then I do think after that, Skrank will probably help to set up that decoy ship for sure. Also helping to gather
goodbyes.
Oh God. Yeah, helping to gather medical supplies. And I think up until the sort of like the last minute, Skrank is sort of really struggling with what to do next, whether to go with, this group that they've sort of found. And I think Skrank has been every night, taking out that compass, the little like globe compass, and fiddling with it and trying to figure out like where it says that they should go next. And I think probably, I don't know, I would imagine the first couple of days, maybe the waves from Dream Station are still affecting it, but maybe by the end there's like a clearer, like by that last day, there's a clearer message on where to go.
Yeah, I think as like people are kind of moving off of the station, Skrank is trying to figure out their path from here. There's still some oddities going on the station, just kind of residual effects that have been transpiring. But as you're kind of like waving off, what does the goodbye between Simion and Nolora and Skrank look like as the group is parting ways?
First things first, Nolora would see if she could make even just one room of this place look like the junkyard of Skrank's dreams. Just so they had somewhere comfortable to sit and hang out while they figured out their next move.
No.
And then would be like, thank you so much for helping me to look after my best friend. You remind me so much of her. I don't know why. I think you guys would have really liked each other.
I don't see it.
And she'll hug them very tight and be like, I will miss you. And you can get a hold of me anytime.
It's lonely out there. I'm glad you have your people.
I hope you find yours.
Yeah. I'm sure it will.
I'm sure you will too.
Hug tight. Hug real tight.
Hopefully the compass points you in my path again.
That would be nice.
And she will walk away and you will be able to tell that she's crying and let you and Simion have your goodbye.
As you're like leaving, you leave this hug, Simion just gives you like a thumbs up.
Skrank goes to fist bump. Skrank is like, oh, this?
No, he'll fist bump you too while giving a thumbs up and a salute. Like,
Got 4 arms. He may as well.
yeah,
Skrank tries to also use their tail for something and just kind of like wraps the end of it around the
I
thumb
feel like
that's up.
Your
The
greasy tail.
Like greasy.
the culmination of all this is just like an earth-shattering dap. Like they just dap up in the fucking thing, like, you know.
Yeah.
You guys come up with a super sick secret handshake.
That can
just
only
in
be
the
done if
moment,
you
it
have-
just works.
Yeah, if one of the
Yeah.
people has 4 arms, the other has 2 and a tail.
Yeah.
Those are the requirements.
I think this is perfect, actually. This is
So, yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Be like, keep
Yeah,
it real,
for sure.
Skrank.
Hey,
Have a good
don't
summer.
let any of your best friends die.
Word.
Too cool to be forgotten. And just
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny.
The ship departs, the derelict ship that's been restructured by the crew departs as Skrank is on the bay. Skrank, you're kind of like waving, and you see someone else standing next to you, like waving also. And you look down, and you see Dewpots look up at you. I always wanted to come here, and now I'm... Bye, guys. Bye. And looks up at you. Skrank, who are we saying goodbye to?
Oh. My friends.
Where? Oh, you made... Okay. The little tiny Isoki with the reddish brown fur, massive glasses that do not fit, huge round spectacles that are like held together by like a rubber band on the back of their head so they don't actually like fall off their face, but they're still dressed in the attire that you knew them in as you all grew up in the orphanage. As Dewpots like looks up, well, new friends are great. Maybe they'll come back. I thought I saw Patchy around here somewhere. I think he's up to trouble. I think he's into something. He's always into something.
Yeah. He is always into something. I'm gonna kind of look back at the ship and be like the departing ship and try to do the math here on whether or not this would be an image that would be copacetic with the Candyland facade that Nolora left behind. Like,
She would have given your account access to change it to whatever you want
okay,
before she
interesting.
left.
I think the final moments we see here are Dewpots looks up and reaches out their hand for you, reaches out their little paw for you to like take their paw. Like, I think I saw a cool junkyard somewhere around here. It looked like the best junkyard I've ever seen, Skrank. We gotta check it out. We have to check out.
I go to try to take their paw.
And the two of you walk back into Dream Station that has been restructured by Nolora, mostly powered off, but a little bit of magic left behind as Nolora gives Skrank a cozy junkyard to hang out in. When we pick up next time with a new arc, a new story here in the vast. We did it. We did it, everyone. We made it.
It only took us a year.
It only took us a year.
Shit.
Thank you.
Pretty close.
Pretty close, truly. It happens, you know. Truly, thank you guys. This has been definitely a new thing to get into with a new system, but the story was super fun, and incorporating all the little nuances of all the characters was very, 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 very satisfying. And I had a lot of fun going through it all. and hopefully it wasn't too horrific and traumatizing.
I was very scared that something very mean was gonna happen, given the way episode 1 for Nolora went.
Episode 1 was very mean, and I brought it around to a hopeful.
Thank you so much for letting me save Rave.
Yeah.
Hashtag save Rave.
Hashtag save Rave. Hashtag never piss and hashtag save Rave.
Exactly. 2 hashtags to live by.
Yes.
Hey friends, I think that's where we're going to end our session, end this arc of Dream Station. If we'll go around and say where people can find you and where you're doing stuff. We'll do the reverse order of what we did earlier. Hey, Katie, starting with Katie.
Is it really? Wait, don't I go in the middle?
Oh wait, were you the middle? Oh yeah, because Josiah. Wait, take it back. Starting with Josiah. I forgot the order.
What's up? You can't find me. I challenge you to try.
John Cena style.
Just kidding. You can find me on YouTube at Dungeon Dad. I make videos about fucked up monsters for tabletop games. Yeah. That's it. That's the whole pitch. That's literally all I have to say. I mean, I have a Twitter account. I have a Twitch. I have all kinds. None of that matters. Like, literally none of it matters. You can find me on YouTube. If you'd like that, cool. Everything else is linked there. If you don't, then, like, save yourself the trouble.
Save yourself. No, go check it out. Go check out the stuff. Okay, now it's Katie.
Yeah, thanks for not fucking that up, Justin.
I did. I already did.
Got it in one.
Shit.
Nailed it.
All right, team. You can find me. Actually, you can find me at Dungeon Dad on Twitter and Twitch.
That's true.
It's kind of
Katie's
weird. It's like
bogarting
I
the
do
name
this.
from me.
And it's weird that, like you say those things don't matter, but you did give me that responsibility. And you haven't really been compensating me for that, Josiah. So I
You're
think we
getting
should
paid in
maybe sit down.
exposure
Yeah.
and in experience.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy shit.
That's how it works.
I'm
In 10
Josiah's
years
intern
from
now.
Yeah.
That's canon for us.
Feed your children with that.
Yeah, I do. I feed my children with. It's truly a capitalist hellscape, and I do feed my children with
Exposure.
exposure. XP.
Yeah, they get paid in XP.
All right, team. No, you can. You really can't find me, except for in Arc 2 of Dream State. Wait, no, Arc 2
The
of
Vast.
Arc 2 of the Vast. Chaos Beach is what we're calling it, and you can't tell me otherwise, Justin.
Are you guys doing a beach episode?
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
we may as well. Katie's gonna get their way, so.
Volleyball in your
Yes.
I
bikinis.
think you mean spallyball.
Yes. Volleyball. Don't you want to hang on to this vibe and then just put it on a beach in bikinis? Don't you want to have the mental image of a rat in a bathing suit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want.
Join us for season 2.
Definitely.
Join us for season 2. Thanks, Katie.
Hell yeah.
Doxy.
Hi, howdy, hello there.
Oh.
I am Zero Doxy. I'm a Midwesterner, and I am a garbage human being, and I'm disgusting. But I have been streaming again, so you can follow me at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. Things are a little hazy crazy for July. I am planning on streaming tomorrow from the date of this recording, which means that it on Friday the 20th. I hopefully will be streaming, weather permitting. We are shopping for furniture for my office and using a 3D. This is so dorky. Using a 3D like architecture tool to make sure that stuff fits in here because it is really, really small. And we're gonna IKEA hack my closet as well.
Hell yeah.
If you want that interspersed with lots of complaining about Republicans and like dick and fart jokes, then I'm your guy. So
True.
please come check that out. You will know when I go live based on my Twitter because I don't keep a real schedule because I'm a fragile little dirty diaper in the garbage.
It just keeps things interesting, you know? Keeps things interesting. Yeah, go do it. Go check out all the cool stuff that we have going there with all of our friends, doing amazing things all over the place. This was hella fun. This was our introduction to Starfinder, learning a little bit as we went and forming a story along the way with some cool, fun ideas and incredibly fun characters. God damn it. It ruled. All of it ruled. And maybe we'll see some of these characters again. Whoa, we've set up some interesting story points to hit, I think. Maybe someday. We'll see. Thank you all. I'm losing it's so late here. I'm losing my ability to talk. I don't think anybody is, nobody is, none of our friends are online right now. That's the end of the stream. Thank you all for joining us for the vast dream station. And we'll see you soon, travelers. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.